So yes, people, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Yash Talks Football. Some more transfer news because since the international tournaments have ended, their news is starting to pick up. So we've got hiccups, but yeah, before we do get into it, make sure you are like, sub, and sharing the content around. This time it's regarding Manchester United and their winger Jadon Sancho. Now, before I do read it out, it's from the Daily Mail, so I will try to take it with a pinch of salt because these mainstream media outlets get stuff wrong quite a lot all the time. But I think over the past couple of days, this news regarding Sancho has picked up, even though last week it was stated that him and Ten Hag had sort of put their beef aside and they're putting the sort of team first, which look, maybe it's true, maybe they have really sort of made up, but at the same time that it'll be a while until look they've like it won't be true. I doubt they how do I say this fully like put their sort of differences aside. But it does state that they have reportedly agreed terms with PSG. That is Jadon Sancho and the French club. Um, there's also been reports that Juve and Borussia Dortmund have um have made inquiries because obviously he was at Dortmund last season and Dortmund before he did make his permanent move to Man United. Fucking hell, Jesus Christ. Now, he did play the pre-season friendly against Rangers a couple of days ago. He did start, I believe it was, and got hooked at half time. I'm not sure how good he was in that friendly. Any Manchester United fans in the comments watching this, let me know because look, I'm being real. Yeah, Jadon Sancho is Man United's best attacker. He's better than Garnacho by a mile. He's better up front than Horland. I even saw when um in pre-season last year, like pretty much this time last year, Jadon Sancho played false nine against Arsenal in the pre-season friendly and cooked massively. He's better than Marcus Rashford. He's better than, if you want to even say number 10, he's better than Bruno. He's more creative. And he's better than, who else is there? He, Currently, he's better than Amad Diallo, but we're still yet to see how good Diallo is over a consistent run of games. But he looks a player. And Joshua Zirkzee, we're not too sure yet. The profile I'm hearing of Xerxes, I think he's more like a false nine attacking midfielder, but can play up front. We've heard he's good, but we've got to wait and see. But look, in my opinion, Sancho is their best attacker, and I think getting rid of him will just highlight how massive Ten Hag's ego is. Because look, the reason why they had a falling out in the first place, I don't. Look, it's not really come out fully why. People say, like some media outlets are saying one thing, some are saying the other. We saw Sancho go to Borussia Dortmund and play well, turn up in the biggest games. He wasn't all that in the Champions League final. That's the one game I saw where he weren't great, but the games against PSG in the semis, he was like really good, and I don't really see why Man United got rid of him apart from Ten Hag's having a massive ego and sticking to players like Garnacho, Hoyland, and Rashford, all these scrubs that Man United have got. I think for me personally, like since they made up, like I've said, but at the same time, how long will that last, reckon, until the whole thing comes full circle and they end up falling out? Because if we're being real, will Jadon Sancho get start games week in, week out? Because you've got Joshua Zirkzee coming in. He's most likely going to be the main striker up front. um, Anthony's still there. Would he start Anthony? I don't know. Let's say he starts Xerxes and Amad Diallo on the right. He will most likely go with Marcus Rashford on the left because that's his guy. That's the guy that got him all those goals the season before last. Even though he was terrible in for pretty much all of last season, that's still his guy. He gave him a new contract, so look, it's going to be interesting to see how that bears and if he does make this move to PSG because you got Mbappe, he's gone now, so that's one of their main stars are gone. The manual, I think, the Ugarte deal might have something to play in it. They could do a swap deal for Ugarte and Sancho. That could work for them. But look, who knows? They've even got rid of Mason Greenwood now. That's another attacker that's gone. One of their best attack. Him and Greenwood, Man United's best attackers. Now that Greenwood's gone, it's just Sancho in my opinion. But look, let me know what you think in the comment section below. If you think Sancho should go, if he stays, do you think he'll have a good season? Like I said, me personally, it all depends on what role he's got in his Man United team. Because if he's not starting week in week out, I wouldn't see that he stays. I think if he did get a sort of mainstay in the team, I think he can do something. But with Ten Hag's lack of system and lack of ideas, he'll probably play Marcus Rashford on the left and maybe Amad Diallo and Hoyland in the other positions, and probably keep Bruno in the 10. But even though there is some talk of Bruno leaving, I'll wait till that picks up to even make a video about it. But yeah, here's what it is. Make sure you are like, sub, and sharing the content around. Look out for more transfer videos. There will be plenty to do now from now to the end of the window and from now to the start of the season. Arsenal have got some pre-season friendlies coming up soon, so I'll try to do some coverage on that. But yeah, like, sub, and share the content around, and I'll see you lot in a bit.